Coming at you full-fledged, it's your boy Regg, with another video for y'all, man. Welcome, YouTube. So, a couple of days ago, I dropped a video debunking the myth that is Hall of Fame shooting guard Michael Jordan being an owner or stakeholder at the least in private prisons. To further substantiate how the support of MJ didn't give, quote unquote, is overblown, I want to share this little story with y'all real quick of this guy named Don Calhoun. I'm pretty sure some of y'all already know about this. But in 1993, the Chicago Bulls, of course, were on their way to become one of the greatest teams in not only the NBA, but American sports as a whole, achieving the first three-peat since the 1960s Boston Celtics. During halftime of a Bulls home game against the Detroit Pistons of all teams, Chicago held one of those competitions where a fan could possibly win some cash if they converted a tough shot. For Don Calhoun, the shot was a 75-footer. To the surprise of all, Calhoun hit the shot, and it was one-handed. It wasn't no shit shot. It wasn't no jump shot. He just threw it. He hit the shot, celebrated with the Bulls as if they already beat the Phoenix Suns for their third straight championship months early, and was now a seven-figure man. At least he thought. Now, I never knew how fans got in these competitions. I've never been to an NBA game. That's on my bucket list. And I actually do want to be in one of those competitions. I don't care. I'll sign up even if I lose. But I digress. But apparently, bro signed up, and the hosts, he let the host know that he was a college hooper. So he was confident he could do it. After he made the shot, the organization and the sponsors of the competition reneged on the deal, saying he shouldn't have competed at all, that's cap. That's cap. That's bull. Like, no way. Ain't when none of that announced before the competition, so that's his. So he went on, I think it was on a David Letterman show or some late night TV show. This got real coverage back in the day, back in the Gap. So he went on there and talked about what happened. Then a little later on, a little after, he ended up being in a press conference with Bulls owner Jerry Reinsdorf, and they ultimately agreed to pay Calhoun the prize, explaining that, quote, regardless of his decision, let us entertain you. Let us, like the word lettuce, let us entertain you. Coca-Cola, the sponsors of the competition, and the Chicago Bulls will honor the $1 million reward. Now, Calhoun wasn't gifted the money all at once, though. For the next 20 years, he would receive, so that was to 2013. So just 10 years ago, he stopped getting paid. He would receive a lump sum of $50,000, which I would not be mad at. I would not be mad at that at all. Life goes on. Calhoun gets paid. That ain't the end of the story, though. So a couple weeks later, he ended up finding out Jordan would regularly come up to a school in Chicago to watch kids play. Reminiscing on the moment, I'm pretty sure he wanted to talk to prime Michael Jordan. So he walked up to him. And as soon as he approached Jordan, you know how he is. Dude, funny as hell. MJ whispered, "Did you get your money?" And Calhoun responded yes. And Jordan said, "We made them give it to you." Now, if you were alive at the time or you did your research, because this page is for everybody. It's for the old heads, it's for the young guys trying to learn something, it's for everybody. You know the 90s Bulls had issues, or if you even watched The Last Dance even, you know that the 90s Bulls had issues with upper management. More specifically, owner Reinsdorf and general manager Jerry Krause. So I could definitely see the situation playing out that way. You know, them not they like the Chicago Bulls, the organization and the sponsors. So I'm pretty sure it was the organization, then the sponsors, or the sponsor or organization. Either way, then Krause, then Reinsdorf. They was like, nah, we can't do it. Then Jordan was like, oh hell nah, Jordan. If you saw The Last Dance, you saw how Jordan and Pippen was talking to Krause. They was talking to him like he was a straight peon, a straight general manager, bro. And their relationship was not good. Krause saying organizations wins championships, not the team. So it was team versus the organization in the whole 90s. So I can definitely see it playing out that way. And this is just another story to just debunk this whole narrative that Michael Jordan is he don't give away back, he don't give to his people, or he's a quote unquote CO double N, or I never agree with that. Just basic facts like him personally paying for hospitals in his hometown out of his pocket, not his foundation. This is not a tax write-off. This is not a tax write-off. This is out of his pocket. He paid for hospitals, not a public school where the public can dictate what they teach in the school. This is his money, so whatever he want at the hospital is going to get, because it's a private hospital. And the fact that, I don't know if this is still a fact, but the fact that at one point Jordan, the corporation, hired the most quote unquote black people of any Fortune 500 company. So now, if you want to say, oh, how apolitical he is, that's one thing. But even then, like, why are you trying to force somebody to do something they've never done? Like, even then, it would be disingenuous. And he has done something. I think when big stuff happened, he say something, he dropped a statement. When Bill Russell died, he dropped a statement. When something else just happened, a shooting or somebody dying, he dropped statements. But that's pretty much it. He not gonna go too deep, mess up his money. Remember the time he came up was the time that people was just getting money off endorsement deals. So that the 80s was the era of the corporatized athlete, the corporatized rapper, the corporatized actor, or whatever. This is when endorsement deals start coming up. So nobody outside of a Charles Barkley was really saying something back then. So you got to take that into account. And yeah, man, that's all I really got to say in this video. Just a nice little story I wanted to share, a nice little story I read up on yesterday. And it was crazy. I mean, I seen this video before, but I really didn't know the story. I thought when he just got the meal, but he didn't end up. And come to find out, Michael Jordan, I don't know, he probably took credit for it. He was like, I don't know, I didn't think he gonna take credit for it. I'm pretty sure he did do it because, again, it was team versus organization at that time. And the way he celebrated with him, and for him to not get the money, that would have made him look bad. So there it is, man. Share your thoughts, man. Hit that like button. Comment at the beginning, middle, and end of the video. Share for us to see. Subscribe if you're new. Of course, hit that notification bell so you can be notified every time I drop. If there's a particular topic you want me to speak on, hit that link in the pinned comment section below and donate to the Regg, man. And I am